What's up? Happy Wednesday. How are you doing today? Super excited because today is Red Meritage Bordeaux style blend wine. So we've got our 2018 Somerville Cellars Red Meritage with us to try today and talk a little bit about red wine. So for those who don't know who we are, I am Tiara, aka T, the Wine Diva. And then to my right, we have Kay. You want to do your own little intro? I don't know.
I'm Kay. I am very tired today, so I'm not going to wine diva it up. But I'm here to drink tonight.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Wait. All right. I'm going to pull up the live on my phone so I can actually read people's, what do you call it? Comments and like be able to give you names and stuff because that's a nice thing to do. We is live. Okay, that was not proper English. Live and loud. Whoop, whoop. Alrighty. So as you tune in, say hey. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Let us know. Are you drinking anything? And if you are, what are you drinking? Because yeah, we like to know these things. And if you do have the Somerville Cellars Red Meritage, I would love to hear what you're thinking about it as we go along. So let's get started. We're giving you all you should know about Bordeaux today. Maybe not all you should know because I have limited notes, but I'm going to give you some brief overview. Becca says, oh my gosh, it's Tiara Wednesday. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. She is drinking some spiced apple wine. What? Where you get that at? Oh, hey, Boo. I see Justin hopped on. He's not home yet, so he must have just known that it's time to wine and decided to be a good boyfriend and hopped on. He gets like boyfriend points. I might even make dinner tonight. Anyways, so first things first, how do you spell it? How do you say it? All that good stuff. So Bordeaux, and it is spelled. Hold on, let me get the magic working. Bordeaux. I had to double check to make sure that I was spelling it right. Not gonna lie. Bordeaux region of France, named after the location, the region. Why are there only 3 glasses of wine in a bottle?
Technically, there's 4 glasses of wine.
I was gonna be like, technically, that is not.
Correctly, if you are me, myself, or I, there's only 1 glass in a bottle. So,
I mean,
you can get a big bottle.
My oversized glass today, and this could probably fit, if not, pretty much almost the whole bottle. So
I don't universal glass.
This is I don't even think this is ours. This is a glass that someone gave me as a gift. I think it actually came with etched on it one time.
Universal glasses fit a full bottle of wine.
I think all of our glasses fit a full bottle of wine.
I think this is the
bistro.
Yeah, the bistro.
Yeah.
It definitely fit the whole bottle. That overpoured, and when I swirl, I'm getting it all over the place. So,
all right. So Bordeaux is Bordeaux region of France, and so a Bordeaux blend. Pulling out my notes here, it consists of like most commonly Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. When you're talking about Bordeaux blends, you might also hear people call it a Meritage. Meritage, not Meritage. Meritage is the proper way to say it. But, you know, if you want to sound fancy AF and say Meritage, I don't care. I sometimes say it myself. Becca says she got the apple spice wine from Clover Hill Winery. It's a local winery. You're in Pennsylvania, right, Becca? I feel like you're like near the Finger Lakes. And then it also consists of Merlot is also a super, super popular varietal that goes into Bordeaux. People often even call Bordeaux a Cabernet Merlot. So fun facts there. Common flavors that you're probably going to pull out when you get yourself a Bordeaux blend. Granted, it's going to vary based off of what varietals are in there because it can have Cab Sav, it can have Merlot, Cab Franc, Petit Verdot, Malbec, Carmenere, some other like red wines. But you can typically find plum, blackcurrant, violet, graphite, and cedar inside your flavors. But also there could be some secondary, tertiary flavors like vanilla, caramel, coffee, molasses, black pepper, tobacco, pomegranate, raspberry, blackberry, cherries, all sorts of like tar, truffle, all sorts of stuff. There's a lot of different things that can come in these wines just because there is so many varietals and so many ways to like mix and mingle that jingle and beat. It's not too early to say that, right? Kay's like, what the
My face said everything.
like, girl, stop. I've only had like 3 sips, I promise. So Hamburg, Pennsylvania is where Becca is from. If you guys are looking to try to find this apple cider wine, that sounds interesting.
I feel like Trader Joe's would have something like that.
Yeah, I feel like Trader Joe's would too. So, go out and explore and see what you can find. So different regions are also going to give you some different flavors. So like you might get like more of a blackberry, menthol, cedar flavor from like California, Napa, Paso Robles area, Australia. Basically like any of like your New World kind of locations that have a little bit of a warmer climate. Then you might get more black cherry, violet, bay leaf, and that flavor from like Bordeaux, France, Southwest France, Chile, Italy, some other spaces that might have a little bit of a cooler climate. All right. When you pour yourself a glass of Bordeaux, really, I would recommend an oversized glass like so, not just because, it needs proper aeration and all that good stuff, but, you can pour more into the glass. Just kidding. It's all jokes. Anyways, proper serving temperature is room temperature or, just a little bit high, like 65 degrees. So popping it into the refrigerator, or if you could be like me, realizing that you have to open it in like 10 minutes, you throw it in the freezer for like 10, 15 minutes and there you go. Boom, blam, you're done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So if you are getting a Bordeaux that has more Cabernet Sauvignon in it, you're going to have more of a grippier tannin. That's what Wine Folly says. I'm totally reading some of my notes from Wine Folly. Green pepper, and then while Merlot does have smoother tannin. So if you remember our like lives earlier where we talked about Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon and how Merlot is more like that like happy fat lady, jelly old fat lady, and then there's like Cabernet is more of like that burly, brawny man. And so he's just a little bit more robust and got that going on for them. Fun little fact, the first Bordeaux blend to become popular was not a red wine. It was actually a rosé all day, called Claret. And today Claret is rare, but still found under the basic Bordeaux appellation. So fun facts. It's typically a little bit fruitier. It's definitely full body wine, high tannin, usually medium to medium plus acidity, and pretty good amount of alcohol. In this particular wine, like I'm telling you, I smelled the alcohol just opening the bottle. So it's got some alcohol in it. One more thing about red Meritage, a little tidbit is red Meritage can only be made from varietals like Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Malbec, Merlot, Petit Verdot, Saint Maclair, Gros Verdot, or Carmenere. So it's one of those wines that has like rules about what varietals go into it and all that jazz. All right, yeah, okay. Kate, is there anything else you would like to add to my notes of Merlot Meritage?
No. No, I think that was good.
Becca says, pour more into the glass. You're right, girl. I'm running a little low.
My glass is full. But let's get into flavors. Let's get into our systematic approach of tasting. So the reason we do systematic approach of tasting is because, let's be honest, we all love to pair our wine. And if you don't do this step, it's not going to work out. Mm-hmm. So, well, it might. You might accidentally just, come upon a great pairing. And it happens, but not always. So the systematic approach for tasting is actually what you do for WSET, which is a certification for wine. And it kind of just helps you go through the wine step by step and figure out different profiles of the wine, what it tastes like, what it smells like, all of that goodness. So the very first thing we are going to look at is clarity. So it's clear. There's no junk in the glass. So what you'll usually find in red wine sometimes, older red wines, is sediment from the aging of the wine. This is a 2018. If there's sediment in it, we got some issues. But there's no sediment whatsoever. It's clear. It's not hazy. So the wine looks good there. The intensity, I'm going to go with, it's pretty deep. Like if you're looking at it, usually you can tell the intensity by putting a white card behind it. If you can see the card, then it is going to be pale or medium. If you cannot see the card through it, it is deep, and I cannot see the card through it. And then color, this is red wine. So you got white, you have rosé, and you have red. And then from there, you're going to look at the rim of the glass. And this looks like ruby to me. It's actually really light in here. I mean, not light. The light is horrible in here right now. So I'm going to go with ruby, maybe merging on some garnet. I don't know. It might just be dark in here.
I'd say ruby.
Ruby? Okay. So we're going to go with ruby. Ruby for 100. And then now we're getting into the nose. So smelling your wine. So you want to swirl your wine. You can do a handheld or a tabletop. I'm on the table tonight because I feel this way too much. And you want to smell it to see if it's clean or unclean. Unclean smells that you're going to smell is wet dog. Really high acidity, which is called VA. There's some other things that you might smell on it, botrytis and all that good stuff that I'm not going to get into and confuse everybody tonight. But basically, this smells like a delicious glass of wine. So we are good to go. The intensity, I would say pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
That is just hitting me from a ways. So that's what I smell the aromas, all that good stuff. And now getting into the aromas that I smell. So primary aromas that I'm smelling are prunes, a lot of black fruit. So black fruits are going to be blueberries, blackberries, boysenberries, all of that good stuff. And this is a dead giveaway when you're doing deductive tasting. If you smell black currant, it is guaranteed that it is probably a cab. Like 99 out of 100 times, it is a cab. So I smell black currant. So this definitely has cab in it. Then secondary flavors or aromas. And secondary aromas are what you're going to actually, primary aromas is what comes from the actual grape. Secondary aromas is what comes from the actual fermentation process. So smelling a lot of oak. So what I'm smelling is vanilla, and that kind of gives me that oaky smell. Vanilla typically is from French oak, where if you're smelling coconut, that comes from American oak. I kind of smell coconut, but then it might be coffee. I don't know. My nose is all freaked, like it's all freaked up. It's freaked up. The baby.
Michelle says it's delicious. She had it over the weekend.
Awesome. And then some of the tertiary aromas that I'm getting are, and that's when the wine goes into the bottle and after the fermentation process, cigars. I smell cigars and tobacco. Lots of cigars, lots of tobacco. It smells like the cigar case at, what is it called? Bevmo. So that's the nose on it. Now the best part, drink.
Yeah.
No sweetness. This is a dry wine. My mouth is completely dried after that. But I do start to salivate. So I'm going to go with it has medium acidity.
Mm-hmm.
He was tasting a little bit of medium plus, so it might be medium plus. But
I take it back. I'd say medium. It's not as like acidic as some other wines I've had. It's just a little nice,
juicy,
a little boozy.
a little juicy. Tannins, I would say medium plus to high. Body on this is full body. It's a nice, full, beautiful body. Flavor characteristics, surprisingly, I taste red fruit. So I'm tasting like the tartness of like a raspberry or like a strawberry or a cherry coming through first, which is interesting because that's not what I smell. But that's kind of cool when it comes to wine. You smell and you taste two different things sometimes, and that's okay. So I'm getting a lot of that coming through, but I'm definitely getting some prunes, and I absolutely love prunes, which is weird. I am not an 80-year-old woman, but I love me some prunes. So I'm tasting a little bit of prunes on this. And vanilla. I get some nice vanilla.
I do get that.
But like, to be completely honest, I don't find it overly complex. Like, it tastes good, but I'm not getting like 20 million flavors. It's a lot of fruit and a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a little blown away at how much fruit I'm getting from this.
Yeah, good.
I was just saying
I was gonna say, so like as I was expecting, because we did open this bottle a little bit before going live, just to test it out before we took it live. But I figured there was gonna be, it was definitely very like much alcohol. When I like first opened the bottle, I could smell it. And there was like a nice little burn when I drink it. But now that it's opened up, it's not as bad. Like it's a lot more smooth. And even the tannins have kind of mellowed out a little bit.
I definitely agree with it's mellowed out. But I definitely feel the warmness in my chest. This is like one of those, like, it's cold outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm opening a box of like cookies and I'm sitting by the fire and drinking a glass of wine. Yeah, I said cookies. I want some Oreos with this.
Yo, okay, so Jay had Chips Ahoy, and I was super excited to drink Chips Ahoy with this wine. Do you know this man? I want to say another word, mind you. This man has left one cookie in the fucking sleeve. Just one. Look at that.
Who leaves one cookie? You might as well eat it.
Oh my God.
I will say this. The one nice thing about Matt is, like, last night there were like 3 raviolis left, and he put them all on his plate because he's like, there's not enough to save. Like, at least he gets it. Jay?
No, Jay is that person.
Jay was one ravioli in a container.
Oh my gosh. The other day, okay, complaint. The other day I went into the fridge and I'm thinking, like, we had made like marinated chicken, right? And I pull out the container thinking like, oh, sweet, there's like chicken in there. He's watching. He said, I told you they wouldn't last. No, that cookie's gone, Jay. I took out the container thinking there was chicken in it. I'm like, yay. He left the marinade because he wanted to use the marinade later, but didn't change out the container and just left it there. And so I'm just like, dude, what are you doing?
From a food standpoint, that's not safe. But you know what? From the I'm colored too standpoint,
this man. But he is like 100% on that. Like, oh, there's only one bite left. Well, I'm full, and I wish I could be like that. Like, I wish I could just like leave it and then like save it. And he's like, nah, I need a midnight snack. So he'll eat a Jimmy John sandwich till like 2 bites are left, and he's like, I'll save it for later while I'm playing a video game. I'm like, totally fine. I'm like, nope, shove it in my face.
I don't know how people can do that, but you know, fat people problems.
Yeah.
All right. So the finish on this, I would say is medium plus maybe. I mean, I still taste it, but it's just not complex enough for me to really like linger, I guess. It's delicious. And like, I think complexity sometimes, like a lot of people you either like it or you don't. So I don't know like how to like, just because a wine is not complex does not mean that it's not delicious. That's why everybody loves Pinot Grigio. Because all Pinot Grigio tastes like is apples. I don't care. Fight me on that one.
Legit. It's just like apples.
But it doesn't have like crazy complexity. There's not like, I don't taste a lot of spices in it. Mm-hmm. But the thing about that is this could pair well with almost anything.
Yeah.
You could put this next to a rack of lamb with like some crazy Indian spices and like it would rock out. And you could also put it next to like a pot roast and a slow cooker or a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Like you can do all of that stuff.
You can even do like spicier stuff just because it's not heavily, like you said, it's not spicy. So it's not going to like burn up your mouth or anything if you were to do all of that. I wonder what
I wouldn't do anything too spicy because that tannins might come up and like bite you. But yeah, I think you could have a little bit of spice on it and you wouldn't. Like a jalapeno rubbed steak would probably work well with it. Just as long as you have that high fat content to cut it.
Fair enough. So the pairing recipe that comes with the wine is a grilled lamb chops with Meyer lemon, risotto, and arugula.
Ooh, I'm actually gonna pair this with arancini. So,
ooh,
yes, with a marinara sauce. If you don't know what arancini is,
it's little.
It's basically fried risotto balls. If you don't know what risotto is, it's a rice like pasta, I guess, that you literally slowly cook with like cream and cheese and all this good stuff slowly, and it kind of like gummy. And if you don't like risotto, you'll like arancini because it's fried and it's delicious and it's a ball full of joy in your mouth. That could be like so many different ways.
Awkward. I feel like it's like Italian mozzarella sticks. Like it's like leveled up mozzarella sticks or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess you could call it that. I mean, it just depends on like how much cheese you have in it.
Yeah, because when I was in
the middle of it.
Yeah, that's when I was in Italy. That's what they did. They had like their own chini, and they had like a square of cheese that they put in the middle of it and wrapped it and then deep fried it. So it was just like you bit into like this gooey cheesy goodness.
You know, the best arancini I've ever had was in North Carolina at this small restaurant on the water.
Surprised.
It was delicious. So all of my people from North Carolina, get your butt down there.
Love it. And then almost sounds the same, but not the same. Arrosticini. It's like these like lamb skewers that I got in like southern Italy. That would be fire with this. They're so good. It's like the best part of the lamb, like the rack of lamb and like the fatty part. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
I could really like sitting here salivating.
Eat like 87 of them.
Justin's comment that he needs a quick midnight snack. Boy, open a new box of Oreos.
Right? Oh my gosh.
I would like this is like my thought. He's goes and sits on the couch with his pack of like Chips Ahoy, and you're sitting next to him, and he opens it and he eats the last Chip Ahoy. Like that's not love. You know, like I would probably punch Matt in the face.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a little bit more intense about my food, and he knows better than to sit next to me without sharing.
Oh my gosh, that is like 100%. My mom, that was what she told me when I was like, I don't know, probably a teenager. She was like, the guy ever gives you his last bite, that's love right there. And you stay with that. And he did leave one cookie. So he left me the last bite, so to speak.
Sure.
But he always offers me the last bite. And so like when we first like started dating, he offered me the last bite, and I thought about my mom, and I was like, he's a keeper. Makiba says it's 20 degrees here in East Texas. Oh no, thank you.
Everywhere except for California.
Yeah, it is currently 60 degrees, and I'm okay with that. According to my watch, I feel like it's warmer, but that's okay. Makiba, it sounds like you need this wine because it is definitely warming me up, and I don't even need to be warmed up.
Yeah, drink yourself a jacket.
I called it a beer coat in college.
I didn't drink a lot of beer in college, so.
Mm.
But if I did, that's not a bad name for it.
Yeah.
I was sophisticated. I
You're
drank
sophisticated.
wine
We did not.
in college, and a lot of vodka.
I mean, it was like $2 Chuck, if or like Boone's Farm if we were drinking wine in college. I want to say
I did the Tour de Francia, so I was a little bit more higher class.
I did do a Tour de Francia like towards my senior year. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's like a team drinking, like race to finish a box of Franzia.
That's box wine. I'm not really. It wasn't that fancy.
Not at all. What else did we do? Oh my gosh. We did beer Olympics. That was fun. But once I started playing rugby and like the whole team was like really heavily into beer, because like my first semester, I was like, I only drink liquor. Beer is gross. And then, you know, when they were like, well, we're only giving you beer. Either you sit and be sober or you drink the beer, you drink the beer.
Yeah, beer pong. But too, you can't not. And you know what? I love me.
Unless you're your grandma.
Cold Bud Light. Yeah, I'm not as badass as my grandma. I cannot do shots of vodka. That would have ended very badly in my college days because I was a girl who liked to have fun, and I would have ended up in jail. Or we're not even getting into the other things that could have happened. Probably the ocean, living like right on the beach. So I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, no need to do that. Karen says it's 28 in North Carolina. Ooh, girl. But she had
cold everywhere.
A Cabernet. I don't know. My mom texted me a video. Okay, so my mom is very adamant about, like, growing up, she was very adamant that the Christmas lights and none of that, the decorations go up before Thanksgiving. Like, that was like her jam. And she's in this group. I doubt she'll watch this video, but Mom, love you if you do. Because I brought her up multiple times tonight, I guess. But yeah, so she texted me a video and she was just like, when it snows, you decorate. And she's like, I mean, she's retired, so what else is she gonna do, right? When she like decorated the whole house, and she sent me a little video walking through the house, like, look what I did. And I'm like, Mom, oh my gosh, but like it's November 11th, girl. What are you all right? Are you sick? Is there something you need to tell me?
I feel like it takes so long to decorate for Christmas for some people that like they should do it early so they can enjoy it longer.
I mean, she does it in like a day. Like it's like a couple hours. Boom! Like put on like the Christmas soundtrack and like go.
Well, my grandma like literally thinks she lives in the North Pole, so it takes weeks to get our house ready for Christmas. Like to the point where like nobody else decorates anymore. Like we're all over it because she took the fun out of it. She sucked the fun out of Christmas decorating.
No, Grandma, don't do that.
She's gonna go live if you guys like Christmas decorating. She's gonna go live about all of the awesome things you can do to repurpose Christmas decorations.
Yes, I love her lives.
I like her live to when she's drinking. So,
oh my gosh, we should have our own show. I feel like, you know, you guys know someone that can like produce us a show and like get us on like Food Network or I don't know, OWN. Lifetime.
I totally just thought the most horrible thing in my mind. Like,
oh God,
we would get a deal with OWN before anywhere else. He said we would get a deal with OWN before anywhere else.
Probably, you know,
this hair, these lips,
girl. Yes, fire. Is the CW still a thing or UPN?
CW? I don't. What is that? Channel 5?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't watch regular TV.
Jay, are you still on? What did you guys used to call it? CW. It used to be UPN, and it had like shows like the guy was like Flex Washington. What was that show called?
Oh my God, that's what I was totally thinking with Kayla. Kayla was the basketball, like
Kyla Pratt or whatever her name was. Yeah. That channel.
It used to be Channel 13, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That wasn't CW. CW was Channel 5.
Color World. Jay was watching. He was like, that's what they call it.
It was called Color World.
That's what he called the channel. It's called CW, but you know, people have to like The other one's not as friend friendly to
Well,
talk about, but yeah, that's how we
I
get to
like
it.
this wine. It's definitely giving me some like feeling some heat, feeling some sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And
No,
this
it's strong.
in the back looks bomb. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's as good as my dad's grilled
Oh,
lamb chops, but it sounds
those
good.
are fire. So it's like 14.5% alcohol. So, you know, it'll get you.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I was
feeling
just thinking, I wonder if we could get Alex on one of these lives.
Alex for sure. Chris.
Oh, Chris, are you watching?
Chris, we should get on one of our upcoming ones. I'll
Mm-hmm.
meet him. We'll all do it together in person.
It'll be fun. Chris is fun. You guys would like him. He's hilarious.
But I think that's it.
Yeah.
Outside pairings.
Yep. Pairings. Break it down.
I mean, honestly, this has high tannins, so you're gonna want high fat. Also salt. So if you were going to do that, that's why I'm doing arancini. Arancini has Parmesan cheese in it and salt, along with that pasta sauce that has a nice acidity that'll pair really well with this. So hopefully it works.
Why salt?
Salt is the greatest thing in the entire world for every reason possible. So I'm about to break down some knowledge for everybody when you're cooking or when you're drinking. Salt enhances the flavor in your food, it enhances the flavor in your wine. You never want to over salt, but if you don't salt at all, everything is flat. So if you, and this is a trick that I teach everybody, if you take a little bit of salt and put it on your hand, lick it, and then try a sip of your wine, it'll change your wine immensely. And like, I don't mean like a huge, I mean like you're doing a shot.
Like a tequila shot. You lick your hand.
Just a little bit of salt, lick it, and then take a sip of your wine. It's going to change it, and it's really going to bring out flavors. If you're having a hard time pulling out flavors and being like, I don't know what I'm tasting, salt and then drink. It'll like, it's like my like secret tip that I like don't tell people. But like I'll tell people that I'm like close to, but I don't really tell people. Anyways, I mean, clearly. But literally it enhances the flavors. And so, and that's with any wine, but more so with reds. And it really helped me when I was learning how to do deductive tasting to really pull out different flavors. Obviously, when you're in the test, you can't consult and do that. But that's something that it's a little trick to help people when you're first getting started. So salt really enhances those flavors. So I guarantee that if you have this, the first thing you would probably taste is like cream cherries. Which that's what I taste. So please, people, salt your food and do so liberally.
Use seasoning.
I hate when people don't salt their food. It drives me insane. Like, oh, I'm watching my salt intake. I'm like, well, then just don't eat food. So, and that's part of the reason that cheese actually goes really well with mine because cheese is salty.
Mm-hmm.
So, same with nuts. Nuts are salty. Same with cold cuts. Cold cuts are salty. All of this stuff. So that's part of the reason that you're going to want salt. And then fat, it's going to cut the tannins in your wine and it's going to make things really nice. The acidity from this is going to pair well with like any like acid. So it would be great with like tomato sauce. It would go great with a bolognese. This would go great with tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. A grilled cheese with like brie and blackberries and a tomato soup. Actually, really good. Might do that for a cooking class. Just gave me vibes.
Now I'm like wishing I was somewhere with snow just so I could like have like a tomato soup and
Well, it's about to be below 60 here, so
Ooh, no.
you can definitely pull out the suit for that. But that's definitely where I would go with pairings on this. And now we can drop a little bit of fun stuff for people. Yo, if you like to cook, we are going to do weekly cooking classes where we really focus on pairings and why they work. And we're going to cook recipes with you and give you guys all of the good stuff. In all of November, you can join for free. Like, there's no cost, none of that stuff. And if people actually really like this, we'll keep doing it, you know? And we have an awesome thing coming up for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to post that on Foodie Friday for everybody, and it's going to be on Sunday that I'm going live. But I will record it, and I will actually drop it in this group, the link of it, so you guys can kind of see us do all the fun stuff for Thanksgiving. So, and anybody who doesn't like dry turkey, we're about to change your life.
Anybody got time for dry turkey?
You're
None of
welcome.
y'all like dry turkey. I'm just saying. Turkey be dry.
Drop a fire emoji if you like dry turkey, or here's a tobacco if you like light your house on fire.
Oh, oh Lord.
So we'll have all of that fun stuff, and I'll post about that on Friday. But weekly, we're going to do a different cooking class, and I already got people who are like RSVPs for some of our cooking classes. They're going to use them for date night because we're doing them Friday and Sundays. So Friday night, if you can't get out because you have kids, come cook with us, and then put your kids to bed, and then have date night with your special person. Or you know what? By yourself. Or with your girlfriend. Or with your boyfriends. I don't know what to do. But there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. And we're even getting Grandma Julie. She's doing a whole baking series. Yes. So all of that fun stuff.
So excited.
But yes.
Yeah.
I think we've
nailed it.
Gone over again.
Always.
So, all right. Well, cheers to everybody.
Cheers. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening. If you want to try this wine or any of our other wines, please reach out to whomever your wine person is, your diva, Kay. We'll help you out. And if you want to get all the wines like at a discount and make sure that you try everything that we're trying on a weekly basis, definitely check out the wine club and you can get some like mini tastings and other fun exclusives. So catch you next time, Friday, whenever. See you here.
Next week we have our holiday charcuterie class.
Dang, this month is flying fast. Holiday charcuterie.
So if you want to join.
Cheers.
No. Bye.
Bye.